had to deal with telling my children yesterday that their father's dead, and hearing them telling me that they're not going to have a father no more to play with them and to play ball with them.
Those are the words of Renee Aponte. She says Appleton police used unnecessary force when they shot and killed her husband. However, authorities disagree. They say there will not be any charges against the officers and that the use of deadly force was justified.
That is not sitting well with the victim's widow. The officers involved are Lieutenant Carlos Del Plane and Officer Joseph Lidbury. They shot and killed 35-year-old Armando Aponte. The officers say Aponte charged at them with 2 swords early Wednesday. Renee Aponte talked about what she considers police overreaction with Fox 11's Cameron Clark, who has balanced coverage tonight.
I see the loving father and husband that he always was to us.
But the man Renee Aponte is now forced to remember.
A happy man, quiet, reserved, respectful to everyone.
Is not the man authorities say they encountered early Wednesday morning.
Their analysis based on their investigation is that the actions of the officers were appropriate given the threat and the actions of Aponte.
My husband's been drinking and he's acting violent.
Although she called 911, Aponte says her husband was being loud and never made any threats or picked up a weapon. Investigators say when police arrived, they found Aponte with 2 large swords and a 1.5-year-old child still in the house. Authorities say Aponte ignored repeated commands from the officers to put down his weapons and rather charged at them.
I feel that they could have either just wounded him or used a taser gun or something to that effect. They didn't have to shoot him 9 times.
Authorities say there were tasers and other means of non-lethal force on scene, but say the officers did what they needed to end the threat.
I want to be clear and hope the community understands that officers are not trained to shoot someone in the knee, shoot the weapon out of their hand.
Tests show Aponte's blood alcohol level was 0.35, more than 4 times the legal limit to drive. He has previous convictions for domestic issues as well as sexual assault of a child in Pennsylvania. Renee Aponte says she doesn't know anything about that, as it would have been before they were together.
They're trying to portray my husband as being a monster. My husband has had some problems in the past for disorderly conduct. However, he's never hurt anybody.
And she says what hurts the most is she was given false hope.
At 7 o'clock in the morning, they told me my husband was still alive and that they were working on him. When meanwhile, my husband died at 3:40 in the morning.
Authorities have not responded to those claims, saying there are parts of the investigation that are still active, but believe the officers acted appropriately. While Aponte says she plans to get a lawyer and take legal action. In Appleton, Cameron Clark, Fox 11 News.
The 2 officers who were temporarily removed from their regular jobs but were still being paid are expected back in their regular jobs next week.